The crew worldwide, from Cali to Twitter, real hardcore fans, boxing ass niggas, consistency cops, police the views, we'll pull up receipts for any debate you choose. Shout outs to Clan Archie for the dope production. Ring gang stay with the best discussions. Ring Gang Radio.
On that card, and there's also another card that night. This one, of course, is on. I believe it's on Fox, so it's over the air. So, y'all cord cutters or whatever, you've got your antenna. You can watch this fight. What's that?
It's the Glamour Division.
Yeah, it's the Glamour Division indeed. Another Glamour Division fight. Hurrah! Yes, main evented by Danny Garcia. For his first fight since coming from that ass whooping that he got, from Sean Porter, will be facing Adrian Granados. But before that fight, there are two fights on this card, undercard fight, and unfortunately, they're not as beastly as the top rank card. The first underground fight at the televised is Brandon Figueroa, who's the brother of Omar Figueroa. He will be facing Yanfres Parejo for the vacant WBA interim junior featherweight title. So this is a 120 interim 122 belt. Don't know why it's a title fight, but whatever. I mean, if anything in this case, I mean, we all think it's going to be nothing more than a showcase fight for Brandon Figueroa. Because one thing that Brandon and Omar do is they throw a lot of punches in, especially Brandon Figueroa. That motherfucker throws punches. Like, that dude took over with where Omar left off with the volume punching. So if anything, that's really all I'm expecting. I'm expecting to overwhelm him with a whole bunch of activity, stop him, and claim this interim belt, and just go about his business. That's all I really see. And then we got a heavyweight fight in the second on the televised undercard. We have Andy Ruiz Jr., who will be making his PBC debut against Alexander Dimitrenko. Now this fight is I could care less about this fight, and it's just both fighters. Andy Ruiz, who I think is talented as all hell, but is Chris Arreola 2.0 because he's simply just not getting in shape. Has skills, but he does not get in shape. I don't think he's ever gotten.
If you thought Arreola was lazy, if you thought Miller was lazy, this guy just seemed like OD with it, man. Like Chris Arreola, for all his shortcomings, still made it to a world-class level, the big stage. He didn't win at it, but at least he got there. Ruiz just...
Yeah, I mean, the one...
hang around there.
I mean, the one time he got a shot at a heavyweight title. Joseph Parker, which he lost. It's just like... it's still his only loss record, and it's like he's his own worst enemy.
He could have won that fight.
Right, he really could have. And he's facing someone whose last performance, he got KO'd by Brian Jennings last summer. So it's just like, and Dimitrenko, I mean, he's been around for a hot minute. I mean, I know we have talked about before his fight with Eddie Chambers some years ago, where he caught his first L, and Eddie Chambers looked the best he's probably ever looked in a fight.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he went on to get KO'd by Pulev. He got KO'd by Joseph Parker, and then the sentence before he got KO'd by Brian Jennings. So Dimitrenko is seemingly probably going to be brought in as an opponent.
Sovereign to the stars.
Yeah. I mean, if Dimitrenko wins, obviously it'll be an upset, and then most likely he'll probably get a shot at Wilder if he wins.
Damn.
So
they just like, fuck it. Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn, we don't want your money. Fuck you. We don't want your hundreds of millions of dollars. We're just gonna play PBC roulette with Wilder and a WBC belt.
Yep. Facts.
And it's like niggas is gonna be like, who wilder fight tonight? Like, it's like you playing Street Fighter. You like, let me see. I ain't gonna pick none of the regular niggas. Fuck it, I'm gonna pick Bison, nigga. Fuck it. And then you just random select, and it's like, let me see. Oh, jobber here, jobber there. Oh, contender here. Nah, nigga. Like, okay, that shit gonna wear out, man. Trust me.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas ain't making enough fights happen often enough to make that shit effective. Like, to tell you the truth, the Brazil fight should have been happening, but it's happening now, cool. But fucking Kowalski, he need to be fighting someone else to springboard him into a wilder fight. Like y'all gotta build up villains, man, for these challengers, for these champions, man. And this fight on PBC ain't really helping. I know I just had to tie it back down to this shit.
Right.
Because I mean, at least with the top ranked fights, every fight was meaningful. Like, the winner goes somewhere, the loser, hey man,
It was nice to know you.
Yeah, nice to know you. Like, we'll see you. You could be in the building, just be over there. Like,
keep quiet.
Yeah. But with this shit, it's like, if the winner wins, like, man, who cares?
Right. So it basically, and like I said, I don't think it's going to be the most exciting fight either. So, but, heavyweights fighters need to fight, so that's what we got.
Yep.
We got now our main event, Danny Garcia versus Adrian Granados. LB, you're the Garcia stand, man. What do you think of this fight?
I feel like this honestly the best, most competitive welterweight fight of the night. Like, if you'd have put this main event on the top ranked undercard, you have that card would be A+.
Flames.
I'm gonna be. You telling me Crawford versus Khan is a better fight than Danny Garcia and Granados?
No, nigga, I just said flames.
Oh, I thought you said please. I was like, damn, like.
No, I said flames, nigga.
Oh, shit, my bad. I was like, wow. I know this nigga don't like Danny Garcia, but shit, like. but yeah, it'll be an A+ card, So it's just crazy how you got like. It's like one nigga get an A+ and one thing and F and everything else, and then one nigga get a A+ and everything else and get an F and everything. It's crazy, but anyways, man. This is honestly, it fits the fucking theme of the card for the undercard on Top Rank, because what is it? Crossroads bout.
Yeah.
It's a level up fight.
Yeah. Granados, it's for a chance for him to really capitalize on his upset win over Amir Imam a couple years ago and try to solidify himself as a top welterweight.
He's capitalized on that win already by getting bigger fights. But now, the thing is, it's a changing of the guard in PBC right now. It's a lot of, because now Spencer's that dude, Thurman's becoming active, so people are trying to position themselves into like, well, I could be a step down fight before a unification or a bigger fight. So Danny Garcia, he's had enough career mode fights at welterweight. We all talking about welterweight right now. So he's at his fair share of career mode fights. Let's keep it real. And I'm a fan of dude, but Ghost, Rios, Vargas, all them fights, even Milanazzi, yeah. Those were fights for Danny Garcia to look good in and win. And
he definitely didn't look good in them. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, he was okay in them, And so he loses to Thurman in the biggest fight in welterweight in since ever. Yeah, well, not even really, because them niggas weren't even in the prime, and it's like no one cared at that point. We just wanted to get it over.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the most real meaning, and them niggas getting 4 million people on Fox to watch it tells you it was meaningful. So Danny Garcia gets that fight, then he bags, he loses that one clearly. It's competitive. The fight was good for the first 6 rounds, but he kind of felt that power. He ain't really want to engage, and Thurman knows this, so he just did just enough to win rounds, which he did, and took the fight. 8 rounds to 4, 7 rounds to 5. That's it. You give Swift any more rounds, and you really a fan, and you don't know boxing as well. So now he fights Sean Porter, who another guy Thurman fought, and Sean Porter, and this was the fight to really solidify, like, hey, who's that next guy to really be a top 3 dude at welter, to really command and be the A side over here. That's what that belt was being for. Since Thurman was out the game, it was 2 of his leftovers, his biggest wins. Somebody has to see who's the bigger one out of that.
Right.
So fucking Danny Garcia lost that fight, and people could say how Danny Garcia is more talented, he has the better attributes, and yada yada yada, bigger puncher, this, that. End of the day, he got outworked by Porter, and he just looked real limited in there. And now so he's no longer at that top 3 table now. But Granados has already been making a name for himself. He had the Iman fight. He had the Broner fight, which was close. Broner won that, but close and competitive.
I thought Granados won that fight. And he gave Sean Porter a hell of a time too at that.
And I was about to get to that. You absolutely right, sir. He honestly made Porter look bad in that fight. Like, he had Porter running. He was snapping his head back with the jab. Like, this is the first time we seen Porter start that running shit. This was after the Thurman fight.
Right.
And so now we seeing Sean Porter before this fucking movement. And he used that against Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia ain't had nothing to do. He couldn't do nothing with that. So Granados was able to handle that movement with that jab, and he was cracking Porter hard, but he still lost the fight. I think Porter got an injury, hurt himself. So Granados is already known as the guy who gives the top guys tough fights. So now one of the top guys is kind of falling down a little bit. He's looking like blood in the water, and that's Danny Garcia right now.
Yep.
If Granados could beat Danny Garcia, he goes up to that number 4 level, that level where he could get a fight with a Spence, a Thurman, a Sean Porter, again, a rematch, and they would all be respectable fights in the PBC universe, even in boxing. I mean, I would watch all those fights. Just like I think the fight with Danny Garcia is good. So it's a must win for both. If Danny Garcia can't fucking win this fight, and he's, this is after having a tough fight with Porter, he's officially like top 6 or 7 in the division now. Like, he no longer top 5. And Granados would be looked at as the top 5. Like, okay, he could have got that Broner win. He gave Porter a hard time. Shit, he beat Danny Garcia, nigga. I mean, if Spence fights a guy like that, are we gonna complain about that? No. And I'm saying that because I don't even know if Spencer ended up fighting fucking Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, that's the uncertainty of the welterweight division. You just never know how things go.
So it's all this shit to look at, but if you're looking at the fight itself, because we've been just spitting opinions, like we on some message board and shit.
Pretty much, man. Like I said, Granados is a very live dog. Like Granados pretty much will understandably be fighting like his career depends on it. And Danny
his career depends on
it. It's silly. And then Danny, like I said, has to let his hands go. This cannot be a fight. He cannot just keep his hands in the holster and allow himself to get outworked again. Because myself included, I've been more than vocal about Danny Garcia and how he fights. Not a fan of it, to put it lightly. And one of the things
we know.
And one of the things that he does, is he's very limited in his punch selection. Surprisingly, for someone who's he has a caveman head and a chin and whatever, but for some reason doesn't like to let his hands go, and this has been an issue in all his fights and probably an issue with his losses. So
because he doesn't jab enough.
Right. So what's going to happen is, so that's why I think will cause the upset, and just because Danny just simply cannot adjust to him. Although I do think Danny will drop him at least once, because with a left hook. But I think
his counters are nasty, and Granados can be hit, and he can be hit with a left hook.
Right.
Brono showed you that. And other fights showed you that. So, but you right. Damn, I get you. You know what? You on to something with the Granados upset, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, I feel like Granados is not gonna lay down and die. Like he may be motivated to beat Danny black and blue, and Danny will get overwhelmed and just shell up or not, or just take it, So,
but if Danny Garcia decides to fucking dig into the ground and fucking 10 down, and he does what got him to the table in the first place, which was his damn excellent countering and exchanges. If he does that, he can separate Granados, from this damn level he's trying to fucking achieve right now. Cause that's always been Danny Garcia's bread and butter. But the thing is, he lost. He fell in love with the power. I feel like he got a little spoiled on the vine once he went to welterweight.
Mm-hmm.
And he stopped jabbing.
And also,
one thing that jabbing.
And he also got ring of verse and everything like that. And pretty much it was all about the money. Yes, let me fight whoever as long as I get paid. So basically, Danny
played in the interview.
Yeah, and Danny played a part with him spoiling on the vine, as LBA has stated. So, not
fighting enough, like
that too.
Not fighting is free, and you're fighting guys that are levels of below you, and yeah, you could jab and look nice, and dominate them, but when you fighting guys your level, that's when you gotta really apply everything on that next level. We haven't seen Danny Garcia do that in a long time. Like,
probably not since the
really even with somebody. Like, he don't jab enough, and when he don't jab enough, the other guy, if they got a good jab, they gonna out jab him and fill in those dead gaps, control the round. Danny Garcia, he gonna get his counters, but you're gonna end the round feeling that the other guy did more. And that's a Danny Garcia fight. Give or take a few rounds. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And you got 8 rounds of 4, Granados and Danny Garcia. I mean, you know what? I kind of, it's funny. We talk about all these decisions and draws and boxing. But if there was ever a shakeup to happen now in boxing, I can see it being on this one.
Yep. And that is absolute real talk, man. So, yeah, I mean, this fight might actually turn into something. One thing that I hopefully doesn't turn into is a damn no contest. But that will be for a complaint for in a very, very, very near podcast.
So I mean, nah, you cause think about it, bro. All the close decisions. Look, Laura Castano with that draw. That really could have been a Castano win, though. That's really what it was. 7 rounds to 5. Like
it could also be a Laura win too.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. What was the last thing you just said?
It could also have been a Laura win too.
True, but you know that was more of a there was more on Castano winning, but when you do that draw, you give a lifeline to both guys' careers. You extend them both.
That is also true.
And then you look at, okay, now we have this fight. We've had the Omar Figueroa and Malena. Figueroa lost that fight, They couldn't use the draw because they gave the draw to a fight that was even closer. Because like you said, you could have had it for Laura too. So they said, fuck it, we're just gonna go right in the middle, draw. Laura Castano. So Omar Figueroa, you couldn't, and the fights were too close together to fucking make it a draw as well. So Figueroa is still undefeated. They gotta keep him around the top 10 welterweight. Because he eventually might have to get a fight with Granados or one of those 3 or 4 top dudes.
Right.
You ruin that if he loses. So
yeah.
You get into Danny Garcia. He just lost with Sean Porter. So we all kind of aware now that Danny Garcia, the book is written on him. He doesn't move his hands enough. He don't throw enough punches. He's fighting a guy who could expose that, and who's already gave other top fighters tough fights. I mean, one of these upsets got to go through and be official.
That's absolutely real talk, man. And I'm hoping that Granados gets his day in the sun, because he more. And you said,
oh no, I'm saying like he deserves it, man. Like he deserves a day in the sun. It's like I'm tired of like all these guys, training, busting their ass off. They finally get their big day in the sun. They time and they get robbed by some fucking horrible judging.
Right.
We've seen too many robberies this year. Brian Castano Lara. Let's not even look at that. That was a legit close fight. We'll not even look at that. But Omar Figueroa, come on, man. With Malena, bruh, Munguia, Hogan. That's for another day. But
yeah, exactly.
It's a recent fight.
Yeah. We just want a fight where the rightful fighter wins. The majority of people, viewers, and people think that they win, and there's no fuckery. I mean, that's all we really ask. Give the win to the proper fighter that deserves it, and hopefully Granados will put an effort that's what we decide. We say, hey,
it's clear. Like somebody has to just fucking go for it. Like, I'm tired of Danny Garcia getting in these situations where everything is on the line and he just don't have that extra gear. Like we need to see more Ike Cortez versus De La Hoya final rounds instead of these damn fucking, let me keep away business rounds. Like, don't spill the coffee. If y'all want to if y'all love fucking Floyd Mayweather so much, if y'all love this nigga so much, watch his fucking Pretty Boy Floyd fights. Y'all love imitating this nigga so much. Imitate this nigga in the damn championship rounds of the damn first Castillo fight. He got a fucking his shoulder hurt and he got to dig deep, and he know he getting hands put on him, and you know Roger telling him like, look man, you gotta throw them hands. You gotta sit there, you know, remove them shit, let them know. Like, and he couldn't back down. He gotta let them hands go. Regardless if you thought he won or lost the fight, he knew he had to fucking stand his ground and deliver. I mean, I thought he lost the fight, but still, the fact remained, he fucking knew he had to deliver. And Danny Garcia, you know, the Lamont Peterson fight, you know, when it came time for him to deliver, he getting smacked around the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Came time for him to deliver, you know, against Thurman, and you know, once Thurman hurt him, and you know he, you know, and could outmaneuver him, he didn't want to take the chances to make Thurman hurt him again. Even though he hurt Thurman respected his power, so it's like, I mean, bruh, like, y'all at a 50-50, but you letting one nigga do what he want, and you saying, fuck it. So, Sean Porter, the same thing. It's like, you know, he could have clipped Sean Porter a bunch of times, but he let Sean Porter fucking go in and out because he wasn't jabbing. He wasn't trying to set up a time on him. You seen anybody who was jabbing with Sean Porter, you know, who was being first, he's able to put hands on him. You guys, you seen it with fucking who else, my nigga, recently? Oh, Granados, my nigga, shit.
Yes.
Granados put hands on him, snapping his head back, made him fucking run. Fucking there's another cat too, Boone,
Eric Bonet.
Bonet, yeah. He was putting hands on Porter. So it's like, come on, man. Like, you seeing all these fighters have so much success, and then it's like, you a 2-division weight champion, and you know, you looking clueless in front of Sean Porter. You don't want to move your hands. Like, it sounds like I'm being hard on this nigga, but it's just tough love, dog. It's real talk.
It is, man.
Like, he gotta win this fucking fight. If he want to stay at the top and extend his career, Danny Garcia has to win this fucking fight. If not, he gonna be chilling right where Broner is right now.
Getting into trouble.
If you think about it, because now Broner is no longer going to be floating in the top 5, let alone the top 10 now of welterweight. Like,
as he shouldn't be.
You know, he's not going to be a name that, you know, people are going to be like, okay, I think I could get. Like, you can't get no more easy victories off of Broner no more. Like, his name is used up already. Like, and Danny Garcia, you know, he might be the new Broner. He might look good enough where they give him a draw. Who knows? Like, if I was a betting man, I would bet money for Granados upset, and I would bet the draw.
Always, you know, and me as a former degenerate gambler, yes, those were the same bets that I would make as well.
And if I really did it like that, I would pick Danny Garcia by split decision or majority decision, or even just a win, just by somebody saying, you know what, fuck it. Like, I want to see Danny Garcia get another shot. Like, maybe he could fight Crawford or Spence.
Yeah, that will never happen. Angel doesn't want him to fight them shits. Angel's the reason why this nigga goes. It's the money, and it doesn't matter who he faces. As long as it's a lot of money, he'll face his jobber.
Which is sad, because when you look at it, and that's the sad thing about all these niggas. Danny Garcia, when you take away a lot of the jobber in between fights, career mode joints, he has great competition on his resume. Like, his record, like, he fought all types of styles, top levels, when guys were at their best. He's been the underdog, he's been the favorite. You know, it's just, like you said before, man, once he went to welterweight, they really started picking and choosing. And I felt like kind of fucked them up because, and I think PBC has something to do with it too. Because if I was, they could have pushed harder for a Floyd fight. They never did.
Yeah, no, not at all. They could have done. They wasted all of Danny's momentum after the Matisse fight, and then he cherry picked Herrera, which turned out to be a cherry pick that went horribly wrong, and cherry picked even harder after that fight. And his career has just been what it is since. So this fight with Granados will go a long way if he can actually, because Granados has lost, but it's never been stopped. So I mean, if he stops him,
if Danny Garcia scored a damn knockout, that would just. We need like a top level knockout like for that really kind of bolstered welterweight for the year, because after Peterson getting stopped and retired and Danny Garcia another guy, then it's like you can put welterweight on notice, man. Like that mean middleweight gonna have to really live up to something. That means Jacobs Canelo gotta be good. Fucking the Charlo twins fights gotta be great. Like just gotta pop off. But we just one of these top level niggas just gotta set it off. My official prediction. Wow, you know what? I think I gotta go. Fuck. I can't believe I can't. It's hard to see myself picking against Danny Garcia, but
I do it. That's not that hard to me.
I do it, but maybe it's a timing thing. But I gotta go with Granados on this. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I wouldn't mind being wrong because I'm a fan. But you gotta pick with your brain, man. And Danny Garcia just. He been on the little slide a little bit, and I don't know if he'll put it all together to really outclass Granados. A couple years ago, I would say, Garcia was a level above Granados, but he settled into a position where this is really a 50-50 fight.
Right. And it probably
should make it a good fight.
But it shouldn't be, but that's how it's going to play out. And we just got to hope that we hope it delivers, man. That's in the end, we can't have
Granados by decision.
Yeah.
Granados by split decision.
Yeah. Yep.
A majority decision, nigga.
Yep. Any type of decision. But I think, I think he will win the fight. I think he will rise up and do it, and finally gets another win that will propel him into the welterweight pantheon. So those were our thoughts on those two cards, and as you see, we had a lot of thoughts on it. So before we wrap this up for tonight, LB, do you have any final thoughts, final words?
Oh, nah, just hopefully we have some good fights pop off this weekend. Y'all know ringgangradio.com. Articles, Forgotten Phase, training videos, all of that. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram. Support us on Patreon. Podomatic, we on there. All of that. Stay tuned for that Gawd Artist album, solo album, coming out real soon as well. All streaming platforms. Y'all be on the lookout for that real soon. And ringgangradio.com, nigga. It is what it is, man.
Yeah, that's real talk. And my final thoughts are, like I said, I'm just hoping boxing this weekend, this coming weekend, is a lot better than the past weekend, which we will talk about that on the next podcast, along with some themes and everything like that. Make sure y'all stay tuned for that. So this has been another episode of Real Talk, where it's all the shit's real, we talk about it. For myself, Patscorpio, the New England representative, for Shutterworth, the Gawd, LB, the Gawd Artist, what I'm saying? We're out of here, man. Peace.